Hey there guys, I hope you guys are having a great day today, and just as a quick reminder, all the videos on this channel are not made for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, today we'll be looking at the 2026 re-release of the Batman Hush figure. To be more specific, this is going to be the black version. And of course you're going to get a stand with the figure. This little pamphlet. And the figure itself. You also get this thing on the back, which is basically a little stand. Alright, and here he is, and right off the box, he looks pretty good. The only issue I have when it comes to like paint would be underneath his nose. Let me zoom in. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera very well, but there's like a little bit of missing black paint right there on the left side of the nose. But of course, you can only see it if you're looking at it from underneath, so I don't think it really matters. Besides that, everything else just looks pretty clean. However, the one thing that I don't like about this figure is the cape. This thing is really massive. It's one of the reasons why I prefer the newer version of Batman that they've made. But at the very least, it does come with 4 wires instead of 2. Of course, you got the 2 in the front, which is pretty good. And you got 2 more right here on the back, which of course will be very useful when you're trying to pose this damn thing. Now, something that I've noticed is that there's quite a bit of reuse here for the newer Batman. Now, I could be completely wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that the legs are pretty much the exact ones that the newer Batman has. On top of that, the arms also seem to be the exact same. The only difference are the spikes right here, as the new one has bigger spikes, as you can see, while the old one has much shorter spikes. Now, even though they did reuse the arms and legs from this Batman to the newer one, what they didn't reuse, however, was definitely the abs and the chest. The abs on this guy are definitely more toned down. On top of that, the chest is different because the bat symbol is sculpted in and it's a different design. But what I wish they did have reused that they didn't was the crotch piece. This one has a much more softer one, which is pretty good because it means if you try to get him to bend forward, he'll be able to do it much better than the newer one. And as you can see, because the crotch piece is made of a softer plastic, that means the legs will have an easier time bending forward while keeping the legs straight down. While the newer one, unfortunately, if you try to force it, you're more likely to pop off the legs, as you can see. So at least the articulation for this guy is definitely better than the newer one. So so that's what matters to you the most. This is definitely the version you want to get. And so that you guys are aware, the cape on this guy is not removable. It's glued on. And I actually used to have the blue version of this guy, and I took off the cape and I threw it in the trash. I ended up regretting it. That's why I sold my old figure. So I'm really glad that they reissued this guy. And just so you guys are aware, it's actually been leaked by a store that they're gonna be reissuing the blue version of this guy pretty soon. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on that. Now, when it comes to the shading on this guy, it's definitely on the lighter side. Like, you can barely see it in some places. It's most noticeable on the legs. And I have it throughout all of the gray parts throughout the whole body. Now, on all the black stuff, there's no shading on it, so it's just mostly the gray. And honestly, it looks pretty good. And as you can see, Batman can stand on his little display piece. But just so you guys are aware, you can actually plug in a thing here for the stand, as you can see. So if you wanna make sure that this guy doesn't fall off, you pretty much got that right there. But it's really unnecessary. And what's really nice is this thing has a lot of shading as well. So you can see it looks really it has 2 types. It has like this more black shading over here, and then it has a more bluish shading over there. So that looks pretty nice. Now, when it comes to accessories, he comes with these hands that have a grappling hook on them. And of course, you do actually get a grappling hook to put on there, as you can see. Now, I don't think that this is a bendy plastic, or bendy wire, I mean, because every time I try to bend it, it feels like it's gonna break, so I don't recommend it. But it does look pretty nice. They also give you this much shorter one, which also plugs into the same thing. You can see. And here's what the bigger one looks like. And yes, you can plug them into both grappling hooks. And of course, you also get 2 batarangs to go with him. You also get these 2 ones right here, but they're not shaped like bats, so I don't know, they're just meant to be bigger, I guess. And by default, Batman comes with a pair of fists. And he also gets a second pair of fists. The main difference is that these ones have a space in between the thumb and the fingers. He also comes with a pair of grabbing hands. He also comes with a pair of hands that looks like they're gun holding hands. And he also comes with these much bigger, greater open hands. And lastly, he comes with these hands that have batarangs in between each finger, and on top of that, he has an alternate head that is more of an angry face with teeth grinding. Now, if you're interested more in the articulation, then go watch my video on the Superman Batman Hush figure. I'll leave a link in the description. It's pretty much the exact same thing. These are basically the same figure, except this one is Batman, the other one is Superman. And because this one is Batman, he has a much bigger cape, and everything is black and, gray. Now, is this figure worth getting? Now, when it comes to superheroes, I'm more of a DC kind of guy. When it comes to Marvel, the only thing I care about is Spider-Man, and even then, whenever I buy something from Marvel, even if it's Spider-Man, I would rather wait for the KO version. For DC, this is why most of my DC stuff are the authentic ones, so I'm really happy that they reissued this guy. Now, personally, if I didn't care either way, and I just wanted a good figure, I would say go with the CT version. It's like $30-something, and this thing is like $100. And honestly, the only major advantage you get from this is the fact that it has 2 more wires. The CT version only has the 2 wires in the front, but the authentic one has 4 wires, the 2 in the front and the 2 in the back. So that's really the only advantage that you'll get. The only difference between this one and the KO version would be the fact that it has a more matte finish. The CT one is more of a glossy finish. So that's about it, but honestly, if you don't care about stuff like that, you just want a good figure, I would definitely go with the CT version because it's basically $30 instead of getting this one that's $100. And so that you guys are aware, CD Toys / Mess Toys, they actually have their own website now, which is meant for US customers, so people who live in America. I haven't used it myself yet. I'm actually planning to very soon. I want to order their Wolverine figure, not to mention their Scarlet Spider. I want to get those too, so I'll definitely be ordering them soon, and I will let you guys know how it goes. This is actually going to be my first time ordering from their official website. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll also leave a link in the description for their AliExpress store. And now it's time for the size comparisons, and here he is next to my Snail Shell Zombie Grizza and Marvel Legends Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, my Jedi Toy Street Fighter Cammy and Guile, and here he is next to my MAFEX Marvel Gwenpool and my DC Batman Night Crusader. And lastly, here he is next to my official Figure Arts Android 21 and my third-party Zeno Goku. Alright guys, that's the end of the video, and if you happen to like things like Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Dragon Ball Z, Marvel or DC, please consider subscribing to my channel. These are the type of figures I'll be reviewing. Not to mention, I also like to review anime girl figures, so if you're into any of that stuff, please like and subscribe, and I'll be uploading more soon. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.